Megad, who said to be 34 years old, was shot and killed in Morningside on Florida Road on Friday night. What we have for now is that the musician and his security detail were having supper in the restaurant. So as they were leaving their vehicle, two unknown gunmen came across the street on foot and opened fire on them, killing them instantly.
Were there any other people injured during the incident?
Nobody was reported injured apart from the...
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a statement that was released by the police. I believe it was at the location where AKA took his last breath, or where he lost his life. And it's really, really just sad. Yesterday, the news broke, and obviously the family hadn't really made a statement yet. There is a statement that's doing the rounds on social media. And allegedly, this is from Tony and Lynn Forbes, and it states the 11th of February 2023 in Bryanston, Gauteng. And this is what the statement says. It says, "It is with extreme sadness that we acknowledge the passing of our beloved son and confirm his untimely and tragic passing on the evening of February 10th, 2023. We're waiting for further details from the Durban police. To us, Kieran Jared Forbes was our son, brother, grandson, nephew, cousin, and friend. Most importantly, father to his beloved daughter, Cairo. To many, he was AKA Supamega, Bova, and many other names of affection his legion of fans called him by. Our son was loved, and he gave love in return. In the time of grief, we appeal to your compassion, space, and time to congregate as family to decide on the upcoming days. We thank you for the love and support we have received thus far, and continue to keep us in your prayers and uplifted in the Lord." And this is signed Tony and Lynn Forbes. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the statement that has allegedly been written by or released by AKA's family. And honestly, this is just so sad, as I've said in my previous videos. RIP to AKA, and obviously condolences to the family and to anyone who is affected by this untimely passing of AKA. And what saddens me the most is that obviously our police are releasing statements, and they're always going to say something in the tune of this is going to be a high profile case and how much they're going to try and solve this case. But I think that it just shows the reality that we have to live in, or the reality we live in as South Africans, where you can easily get gunned down on the streets, where you can't post your location in peace, where you can't really give information or post information about your whereabouts, because you always have to be wary and always have to know that you can't just be speaking about where you are at any given moment, because there is that threat or the danger of passing away. And I know a lot of people getting into debate about whether or not artists should be giving away their location in their statuses or on their social media. And honestly, it's his job. It's these people's jobs to do this. They have to promote. If someone's going to host at a specific club or restaurant, or if someone's going to perform at a specific place, they have to promote and they have to give out information. So there's not really much that people can do, or these artists can do in that regard. I think that we should be asking questions about our police service, and how many of these cases are going to go unsolved. As we all know, there's a case ka Usenzo Megiwa, there's a case ka DJ somebody. All of these are not recent cases, but Usenzo's not recent. All of these are cases that show that in South Africa, it's very easy for things to become cold cases, because we've got so many of these cases that go unsolved. And the question that we should be asking ourselves is that if these high-profile cases can go unsolved, how many more cases do we have that are cold, of just normal civilians such as you and myself, that the police aren't really, and this is, in my opinion, doing much to solve? It's so sad that, people pay so much money towards the South African government, obviously in the form of taxes. There's so much investment in our police service for them to actually, do their job or do what they are being paid or hired to do. But it always seems as if, cases go cold. it's really evident and seen in the fact that a lot of the times in South Africa, when you report a stolen item or you report a death or you report a murder, most of the time South Africans know that the police aren't really going to do much in order to solve those cases, you know. And this is obviously something that is my opinion. It's not fact. It's, you know, I can't say it's fact, but according to my opinion, the police really do need to step it up in terms of trying to solve these cases. You go to a police station, you go to get your papers certified, and you can see that they've got an attitude about doing something as small as certifying a document or certifying papers. So how much more of an attitude do we think these people have when it comes to actually putting in the work to solve cases? You know, it's so sad that in South Africa, when you get into a police station, I believe someone had made a video about it a couple of days ago, saying when you go into a police station and you want to report something, the police officer will ask you, what do you expect me to do about it? Where do you expect me to get your phone? How do you expect me to solve this? And it's so sad. You know, when you go to report a case that, you know, you're just basically not going to get anything, or your goods or your, you know, possessions, you're not going to get them returned to you. Just doing that to just literally go through the motions and get a case number and a case that's eventually going to be solved because there's not enough evidence, as they always coin it. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to ramble too much about this. Tell me what you think in the comment section. RIP to the Supamega, and I will see you in my next upload.